Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you're having a phenomenal Monday. It's Trevor, your metabolic health specialist, with another Metabolic Debrief. Welcome back, guys. Hope you had a great weekend. I had an awesome weekend, guys. I am super excited because I had an amazing 7-kilometer performance walk, and I actually feel great. My knee is actually feeling really good. I feel awesome. So I feel really good today. So I'm really excited to jump on here, guys, and really help you guys improve your metabolism so fat loss doesn't feel forced. It feels effective and predictable. So let's talk about this metabolic debrief. We're going to talk about, is your metabolism really broken? That's the actual question we're asking. Is your metabolism broken? And we're going to be answering that today. But let's first talk about why we actually do this, because I want to help you become fat burning machines. All right. We have body fat that we want to use every single day for energy. And that is really important to realize. Our body fat needs to be utilized for energy. However, what's happening for most people is we're storing body fat like crazy. And this has to do with metabolic dysfunction. So we're going to try to get your body to stabilize your metabolism so it becomes stronger and is responsive. Okay, so let's talk about this subject today, which is your metabolism really broken? Is it slow? Because a lot of people think, oh, I just got a slow metabolism. You know, I've heard that so many times, it's just the way it is, Trevor. I just got a slow metabolism. When I was 12, my metabolism just changed, and I have a slow metabolism for the last 40 years. And to that, I want to argue, actually, you don't. You have a metabolism that is responding to the environment that you're creating every single day. Okay, so our bodies can respond to the environment that we create. And there's something called metabolic inputs. All right, metabolic inputs, which is very, very critical because that's how our bodies actually respond. Now, what is a metabolic input? You're probably wondering, I've never heard of that, Trevor. Like, what the heck is a metabolic input? Well, I'm going to tell you. The metabolic inputs are really simple. First off, it's teeth. Here, we're going to eat. That's a metabolic input, fuel that you put in your body. Whether that's not great fuel or awesome fuel, that's a metabolic input. Sleep. Whether you get great sleep or lousy sleep, that's a metabolic input. Hydration, that's a metabolic input. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Every time I point to my body, that's an input, right? So whatever we do within our environment will shape our metabolism. So if it's sleep or stress, or if it's hydration or meal timing or proteins or carbs or calories, whatever it is, those are called metabolic inputs. And our bodies are constantly responding to those metabolic inputs. Okay, and it can have a positive response, like your metabolism can have a very positive response, or it can have a very negative response. And for most individuals that are living today, we have a metabolism that is responding negatively. Okay, now that's not to say that that's a bad thing. That's just your body's way of saying, hey, the inputs that you're giving me aren't working for me, right? And it's not failure. So many people think, oh, my metabolism is broken. I failed at this, right? I've tried another diet. I didn't lose any weight. I'm a failure. I can't lose any weight no matter what, right? And it's not that you're a failure. It's feedback. Okay, so I say this so many times to clients is that we're not failing. It's your body giving you feedback, right? So you have to become a metabolic detective. You have to actually understand what's happening internally inside your body. You not to change it, but to understand it. That's the difference. We don't want to actually start losing body fat randomly and just being like, okay, I'm going to try to lose 20 pounds in the next 2 months and not understand what's happening internally inside our body. Because we may lose that 20 pounds or we may not lose that 20 pounds. If we do, we might actually gain it back because we haven't got a firm understanding of what's happening internally inside our body. And that's the first step to change, guys, is really just understanding what's happening internally inside your body. So you can become a detective and you can actually read your signals, your metabolic signals, and therefore you can make the changes, the lasting changes. Changes that last more than 2 or 3 months at a time, right? Because haven't you been on a diet and you've lost, let's say, 30, 40 pounds, let's say, but you gained all of that back, plus some, right? Why did that happen? Well, because we had the wrong metabolic inputs come into our body at certain times, right? So at the start of a diet, you may have really positive things happening, but over time, your body adapted. It didn't respond really well to being restricted, and it started to respond negatively, which is gaining the weight. So what we got to do, guys, is completely different. We don't want to actually start to fix things right away. We want to start to understand. Understanding is the first part. So you want to first understand your nutritional timing. What does that look like for you? Are you eating 4 meals a day? Are you skipping meals? Are you, eating breakfast? Are you like snacking late at night? Are you having cravings? We want to understand your nutritional inputs. That's the number one thing. Number two, like I mentioned, hydration. Are you skipping on water? Are you drinking very little? Are your metabolic inputs in terms of hydration just coffee all day long? Or are you drinking Red Bulls all day long? What's your what's your hydration look like? Right? That's a metabolic input. Sleep. Let's talk about sleep. That's a metabolic input. Do you have great sleep throughout the week or do you have lousy sleep? Do you stay up late and scroll through doom scrolling? Do you do doom scrolling all night long or do you get a great sleep? This fact is that if you can actually sleep or fall asleep 3 hours before 12 o'clock, like say 9 to 12, you're going to get more deep sleep throughout the night. So we really want to stop that doom scrolling and start to actually have high quality sleep throughout the night. So sleep is another metabolic input, right? That's huge, right? And then of course, stress. We want to master your stress, not to actually get rid of stress, but to actually master how much stress your body can absorb. And that is really important because if your body can't absorb much stress, it's going to be really hard for you to lose weight or fat, right? Because stress drives up cortisol levels, and higher levels of cortisol can literally stop the body from utilizing fat for energy. So we need to look at a few things, guys. Those are kind of like the four main pillars of metabolic inputs, but there's a few more, of course, which I don't have time to cover today. But that is really it. Your metabolism isn't broken or it's not slow, it's responding, right? What about exercise? That's another metabolic input, right? Not to say that exercise is the be all and end all, but that's a metabolic input, right? Are you doing not enough exercise? Are you doing too much exercise? Too much exercise is a stress on the body. It increases stress. And so you do not want to actually exercise 6 days a week in the gym. 3 to 4 days a week is fine. Perfectly great metabolic inputs to help lower stress, improve your body's cardiovascular conditioning, improve muscular endurance, all that good stuff. But if we do it too much, our bodies can't absorb that stress and we become basically injured. We could have injuries, and that's what we want to avoid. Obviously, that's my lesson here is I had an injury last week and I wasn't able to do any type of inputs for exercise. And it wasn't great for me psychologically, but physiologically I had to rest, and now I feel a lot better. So anyway, guys, those are really the things that we need to look at. Metabolic inputs, those are the number one things. Now, of course, if you're dealing with belly fat, not feeling good, low energy levels, cravings, hunger issues, we have to look at your metabolic inputs because your metabolism, remember, is responding to your environment every single day. Not just once a week, not just once every few days, every day. So every day we have to look and say, okay, what are the metabolic inputs that I need to focus on? And it doesn't have to be complicated. This is going to be super easy, guys. Once you get into our metabolic operating system, we make tracking your metabolic signals really easy. And we actually have our metabolic operating system look at your metabolic signals every single week so we can see what they are and actually make changes so that you can get better results over time. It's really awesome, man. I'm really excited because you guys are just on the cusp of improving your metabolism. And that means that I'm doing my job well. So I'm really excited, guys. This is going to be a fun time. And I really want you guys to get into our 15-day metabolic reset, which is essentially 15 days of strengthening your metabolism. Looking at your metabolic inputs like hunger, craving, stress, energy, sleep, right? All of those things. We're going to look at that and strengthen those because once you strengthen those metabolic signals, fat loss becomes effortless. Fat loss becomes predictable. Fat loss even becomes boring, right? Because your body can just burn fat. It just uses fat naturally. Like we said at the beginning, body fat needs to be used naturally throughout the day, right? As kind of one of our main fuel sources, right? And so that's really important. We have to look at that too. So if you're interested in the 15-day metabolic reset, just click the link just underneath this video and you'll get free access, guys. The complimentary access is 15 days and you even get coaching by me, by me. I'm going to be your coach. So I'm really excited about that because that's going to mean that you're going to get great results, okay? So make sure to click the link just underneath this video. Register for that 15-day metabolic reset, guys, and let's rebuild your metabolism. All right, looking forward to seeing you on our next metabolic debrief, guys, and we'll talk to you then. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.